Hello everyone, and welcome to this first video for your EAP1 course this spring in 2020. This video is made because we need to make online classes for the first few weeks because of this coronavirus. So this is the first video that we will do, and there will be more. My name is Paul Surratt. Nice to meet you, sort of. And let's take a look at what this first video is all about. Here are the contents. First, I'll talk a little bit more about this coronavirus and Blackboard. This is what you will use to access the content for this course. Next, we'll talk about the syllabus and schedule for this EAP1 course. Next, we'll go on to student participation form. This is the form you will use once we get back into the classroom. And finally, I'll talk about the homework you will need to do for the first class after watching this video. So to begin, of course, this coronavirus has made lots of problems all over Korea. Now, for our situation, this has delayed the semester by 2 weeks. So instead of starting on March 2nd, we are now starting on March 16th. And for the first 2 weeks of the semester, so from March 16th to the 27th, we will be conducting our classes online through Blackboard and videos like this. It's unfortunate that this has happened, but to keep everyone safe, Hanyang has decided that this is the best way to go forward. All right, so we're all learning together here online, and this is how this course will go for the first few weeks. Now, this may extend beyond the first 2 weeks. It might go into week 3 and week 4. As of the date today that I'm making this video, we don't know yet. So we'll have to wait and see and deal with the changes as they arise. So here is a nice little screen capture that I took off Blackboard. This is what you will see when you enter this course. I will make another video to explain a little bit how to navigate Blackboard, and that will be a short tutorial for you to watch so you can know how to use Blackboard. All right. This will be very important, of course, as we do these online classes. Okay. So first, the syllabus, we will talk about what this course is. So what is EAP, right? EAP means English for Academic Purposes. The courses are split into 2 sections. So in the spring, right now, you are taking EAP1. EAP1 is focusing on reading and speaking. So there will be readings in this course that you will read and answer questions. As well, we will work on improving your speaking skills. Now, in the fall semester, you will take EAP2. This is where the focus will change to writing. Okay, so for now, all we need to focus on is reading and speaking in EAP1. All right, now who is your instructor? Well, that's me. My name is Paul Surratt, and my office is in Building 4 on campus on the first floor. This is the same building where your classroom is located. So very easy to find me. My office hours this semester will be Mondays from 1 to 2 p.m. Or if you want to meet me but you are unavailable on that day and time, you can always contact me through Blackboard or by email to make an appointment. Okay, so I'm always open and available to meet you if you have any questions or comments or concerns. The office phone number is there, but this is not so useful for your situation. This phone number is just the main office phone number. So this is not my phone number, it's just the department's phone number. If you want to contact me or communicate with me, the best way would be through my email. And there it is, TT Paul Surratt, my name, at gmail.com. Great. The textbook. So there are two textbooks for this course. They are separated into Aristotle and Newton. Now, depending on what major you are in and what class you are taking, you will only have to buy one of these two textbooks, right? You don't have to buy both, just one. I've included my course's class codes for each textbook. So, for example, the left side, right? Aristotle, if your class code is 24479, 24475, or 24487, then you need to buy the Aristotle book. That's the book we will be using in your class. However, if your class code is 24467, 24497, or 24520, then you are in the Newton textbook class. Now, these two classes are separated by topics. So the Aristotle are more for the humanities and business students, whereas Newton is focusing more on topics relating to science like engineering and chemistry and so on. So make sure that you purchase the correct textbook for this course. I did put up a little notice on your Blackboard about buying the textbook. It is available in the university bookstore as of Friday, March 13th. I've also put a second notice saying that there is a delivery system that is available. So make sure you take a look at that. The delivery notice includes a download of a form that you should fill out if you'd like for the textbook to be delivered to your home by a delivery service, TechBay. Okay, so you need to get this textbook for the course. Just note that for the first week or two, we will be able to use the first unit's PDF. So I'm going to include a PDF file of the first unit of your textbook on Blackboard that you can access and take a look. So that'll give you a little bit of time before you can maybe get the textbook or have it delivered to you. But after that first PDF file of Unit 1, then you need the textbook. From Unit 2, there will be no more PDFs made available. So please make sure to try to buy that textbook from the bookstore, either in person or through a delivery service. All right, so what is this course all about? Well, this course will focus on developing several areas of students' English communication ability that have been highlighted as being useful in the professional arena by employers in Korea. While the textbook will serve as a guide to frequently occurring English topics, vocabulary, expressions, and grammar, an emphasis on language skills that are transferable to the workforce will be covered and assessed in this class. Right? So these are the different abilities and skills that you need in your future when it relates to English. The objectives? Well, this English for Academic Purposes, EAP1, integrated skills is tailored to benefit students' English abilities related to their major and specific needs, and to connect to skills learned in EAP2. Now remember, EAP2 will be more writing focused, whereas this course, EAP1, is more about reading and speaking. Okay, continuing, this course involves discipline-specific and academic level readings supported by discussion, presenting, and other activities. The aim or the goal, the main goal of EAP1 is to enhance reading and speaking abilities, right? This will be necessary in other coursework and in your future workplaces. So that's the main goal. Now for this course, there are some requirements. So let's go through these. This course will be conducted solely in English, and students will be expected to use only English in class. Therefore, the use of Korean in class is strongly discouraged. So try to use English both online and in the classroom whenever this coronavirus decides to let us have real in-classroom classes again. Try not to speak Korean in class or whatever your first language is. Try to use English as much as possible. Also, students will be expected to bring their required materials every class and be prepared to begin class on time. Okay, so the required materials would include your textbook, any homework assignments, pen and pencil, paper for taking notes, and be prepared to start class when your class time begins. Students will be required to complete one written assignment and one presentation in this class, but no other homework will be given. There will also be a midterm exam and a final exam. And finally, student participation is expected and will be considered for final grades. Okay, so that's a lot of information, but basically try to use English, bring your materials, and be prepared to start on time. There is one written assignment, one presentation, but no other homework will be given. And then there will be a midterm and final exam that you will have to write. And student participation is always considered and expected. Now, for the homework, there won't be any homework given other than your written assignment and your presentation. I will explain that in a few minutes. But for the first few classes, the in-class work, of course, will be done by you at home. So this is not really homework, but it's classwork that is to be done online. Okay, but I'm not going to give any other homework besides that. Okay, so those are the requirements. Now for the class policies. This is sort of the rules of the class. There are only three, and they are pretty simple. The first one is attendance and punctuality. So more than 10 absences will result in the failure of this course, right? You need to attend class. You will lose 2 points for each absence and 1 point for coming to class late. This will obviously take effect once we start going back to the classroom. Therefore, students should make every effort to be on time. If a student is late, it is the student's responsibility to inform the instructor to be marked late and not absent. This happens quite a bit. If a student comes to class late, I may not know that that person came late, and I may have marked them absent once I took attendance at the beginning of class. So if you come to class late, just make sure to come and see me at the end of class and say, hi, I'm here. I'm not absent today. I just came late, and I will make that change on your attendance roster. Okay, so try to come to class on time as much as possible. Next, excused absences. So for attendance purposes, students missing a class must submit an excused absence form. So in Korean, this is called the 공결 확인서. You need to get that from your own department. It is the student's responsibility to keep up to date with class material, content, and assignments should a class be missed. So if you are sick and you cannot come to class, I completely understand, but then you will need to submit this 공결 확인서 to me so that you are not marked absent. And if you do miss a class, then you need to keep up to date with everything that happens in class when you're not there, right? So you need to come and see me, talk to your classmates, find out what you missed, and if there's assignments, then you need to submit those as well. Finally, smartphones, they can be used under specific course-related circumstances. So there's some situations where a smartphone is useful. For example, if I'm using the whiteboard in class, or if I'm putting up a PowerPoint in class and you'd like to take a picture, that's fine, right? That's a good use of your smartphone. If you want to access a Korean English dictionary, for example, to find out a specific word, then that's fine, that's great. But there are situations where a smartphone cannot be used. For example, chatting or using Kakao Talk in class is unacceptable, right? So if you want to use your smartphone in class, that's fine. Just make sure that it's course related. Okay, so those are the three kind of rules or policies for this course. All right, EAP1 grading. This is how your grade will be considered in this course. You need to attend more than 2/3 of the total number of classes in order to take the final exam and pass the course, right? You can't be absent more than 1/3 of the time. And grading will be based on a normal curve. This is across all EAP classes. And that means that 30% of the class students will be able to receive an A, 40% of the students can receive a B, and then the last 30% will be either C, D, or F. All right, so this is a curve. This is not my rule. This is Hanyang's rule, and this is true across all classes for this EAP program. Now, what parts will be included for your grade? Well, there are 5. The first one is attendance and participation. So you come to class and you participate well, that's 15% of your grade. Then there are 2 assignments. As I talked about earlier, the first assignment, assignment number 1, is a Q&A written assignment. This is where we will learn in class about how to make appropriate and correct questions and answers in English. You will then have an assignment that will deal with making WH questions, which you will do at home and submit to me. This will be worth 10% of your grade. Assignment number 2, this is a presentation. This will be an individual presentation. We will start working on the presentation after the midterm exam. So this will happen in the second half of the class, starting in around May. And then at the end of the semester, the students will present in class individually. This is 15% of your grade. The last 2 items are the exams. There will be a midterm exam in week 8 of the semester and a final exam at the end of the semester in June. So there you go. Those are the 5 different things that will make up your grade for this course. Now, of course, on the bottom there it says subject to change. If this coronavirus continues, well, obviously some things might change in how we approach this grading and criteria, but I will keep you informed of any changes. All right, on to the schedule. Now, I've only included here the first 5 weeks in this video because we don't know what will happen with this coronavirus. However, you can see the full schedule in the syllabus and schedule that I've posted in your course content on Blackboard. But here they are, the first 5 weeks. This is how it will work. For week 1, we're going to talk about the syllabus and online teaching. And then we continue with Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, and so on. So this is tentative. It may change, but I'll keep you informed, and you can see on Blackboard what you need to do. Okay, next is the participation form. This participation form will be used once we return to the classroom. You will have to include a photo of yourself in the top box there on the top right. And you will use this paper, this evaluation record, to give yourself a participation score for your participation in each class. So this record will be used to give you a score for the participation component of your final grade. So each class, you're going to give yourself a point for each of the following actions in each class. So there are 5 questions there. You read the 5 questions, and then below, for each class, you will write the date and give yourself a score. Now, this score is out of 5 points, and it basically means that each question is 1 point. So you'll read the question, and then you will answer your question yes or no. If you answer yes for each question, then you can give yourself 1 point. So, going through these 5 questions, the first one is, did I come to class on time and avoid leaving the classroom during class? So if you answer yes to this question, then you can score yourself 1 point. Number 2, did I bring my textbook and required materials to class? Well, if you brought your textbook and you brought all the things you need to learn effectively in the classroom, you can give yourself another point. 3, did I listen to Paul carefully and avoid using my phone in class? So listening when I'm teaching instead of talking to your partner. Avoid using your phone in class means not using chatting or cacao or taking pictures of yourself or whatever. Using your phone effectively. If you think yes, that's a 3rd point. Number 4, did I answer a question from Paul voluntarily? This is probably the hardest one. This means that I will very often ask lots of questions in class, and you should try to answer my question voluntarily, which means just because you want to, right? So I'll ask a question, and you can raise your hand or tell the answer to the class and participate that way. So did I answer a question from Paul? Yes, another point. And finally, number 5, did I try to speak mostly in English in class and encourage others around me to participate? Once again, yes or no. If your answer is yes, you give yourself a 5th point. Now we will do this every class. So at the end of class, once we return to the classroom, at the end of class, I will give you this evaluation record. You will fill in the date and your score for that day, and then you will give it back to me before you leave. And then the following class, again, same thing, right? I finished a class, you fill out your form, and you give it back to me. All right, so we'll do this every class, and this will be a good record of your participation in this course. All right, we're almost done this first video. For the homework, you should follow these steps. First, find the homework on Blackboard. So this homework consists of questions about the syllabus as I explained in this video. So you open the homework from Blackboard and you answer the questions, and then you just submit it, okay? And I will receive your homework. You must try to complete this homework by Friday, March 20th. Okay, so you have a few days to do this, but it's really not too complicated. It's quite simple and easy. Just go onto Blackboard and go ahead and do that homework about this course syllabus. Now, the next class, we will talk about the introduction video explaining all the different topics and readings that are found in your EAP1 textbook. And then we'll answer some questions about that introduction video. So next class, we will have a link to a video, and you can watch that video and then do the homework questions that will follow. All right, so I hope this is clear. I hope you understand what this course is all about. And yeah, I guess I will see you in the next video. All right, thank you very much, and see you again next time. Bye-bye.